Welcome, everyone. Today we are joined with SBP Americorps. My name is Aaron. I'm with Women's University, and we are pleasured to have you all here. Today's a big group. I'm excited to see so many welcoming faces. And to kick it off, we will hand it over to Andrea for a quick introduction of her team.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So my name is Andrea Levine, and I'm the HR and Americorps program manager for our New Orleans site. We also have Leanne Ortiz, who is the program manager for our Houston, Texas site, which might be more nearby for most of y'all. We have Mike Sullivan, who is our director of Americorps at SBP nationally. We have two current Americorps members, Chloe Craig and Katie Davis. Thanks so much for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you guys. And so, Andrea, I want to have a quick question, some intro of, what is SBP Americorps? Where are you guys in the broad sense?
Absolutely. So SBP is a nonprofit that started after Hurricane Katrina. And our goal is to shrink the time between disaster and recovery. And we're currently doing disaster recovery in a number of communities, including Houston, Texas, and New Orleans, Louisiana. And we have found that with the support of Americorps members, we can really speed up our ability to help more and more families get home after a disaster. We're able to maximize volunteer impact. We're able to make our dollars stretch further. And it's a really great opportunity for those of you who aren't as familiar with Americorps. Americorps is basically the domestic version of the Peace Corps, which more people are familiar with. And folks commit to approximately a year of service. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And people are able to get like career experience, entry level. I don't know that any of them like have a whole lot of prerequisites. You can learn what you like or learn what you don't like, and really get involved with the community, see how it functions, and give back and get connected. So it's really wonderful. Especially right out of college, to just get out there and start learning and not be stuck behind a desk just doing data entry, but like learning, hands-on, what is it like? So for us, for SBP, we have about 6 different Americorps positions. We have 3 office positions and 3 construction positions. And for all of them, no experience is necessary. So we've had people come in who barely know how to use a hammer, who leave feeling like, oh, I can like get my own house someday and like know how to, do repairs on it. And it's just absolutely amazing. The ways that people in like 10 months, our program is 10 months, can really transform their lives and get an idea of where they want to go in the future.
Wow, what an amazing opportunity. I love the way that you phrase so many of those things, and just not a whole ton of prerequisites needed, where we can just pick up and learn and develop ourselves. In that same, Department of Learning and Development, the first question I have is, how does Americorps and SBP in your organization advocate or celebrate diversity?
Sure. Well, I can speak to SBP specifically. So we are thinking about diversity really consciously in our hiring process. We are recruiting at colleges with diverse student bodies and prioritizing interviews of candidates from underrepresented groups. We also are doing diversity training for our team. We are currently engaged in a 6-session series put on by Conscious Roots, which is a DEI training organization based out of New Orleans. They combine self-reflection and discussion, and I have never enjoyed training more. It's like a vulnerable, engaging learning experience. And even though we do it virtually via Zoom, I always am engaged the whole time.
That's fantastic. I love seeing DI initiatives and the fact they're putting into training. Amazing. So along those same lines, I'll bring in a lens of what's going on in our crazy world. A lot of our students are facing a challenging economy, more competitive job search. What tips would you provide to any students that watch our spotlight today?
Absolutely. My first tip would be to consider Americorps. It is just the best way that I've ever seen to jumpstart your career, to get professional experience and build your resume. To get a sense of, again, what you like, what you don't like. And it also includes an education award currently valued at $6,345 that you get upon completion of the term of service. You can use that towards future school. You can use that towards student loans. And we have people who do Americorps just to fund their education. And then they get that professional development, that networking as well. And there are many, many employers who, when they see a Americorps on someone's resume, they're like, oh, we got to interview that person. They're called employers of national service, and they prioritize bringing in Americorps alumni. So that's my top highlighted recommendation. A couple of other tidbits: talk to people you know about your job search. They may give you ideas of where to look for positions that would be a great fit for you. They know you better than the random person on the internet who's posting a position, or the search engine, that's just responding to what you're putting into it. And then last but not least, if you don't have any work experience, focus on your transferable skills when you're applying to jobs. Are you detail oriented? Do you work well as part of a team? Do you have great writing skills? Because, those are the things that people really, really want, employers really want. They can teach you the day-to-day. They can teach you how to, organize volunteers, how to hang drywall. And so if you have those basic transferable skills, you can go really far.
Absolutely on that one. Transferable skills are such a key insight into your career. So to all of our students watching, those were great, like golden nuggets of information. And so building off of skills, actually, what do you look for in potential candidates, and where can students go to view available opportunities within ABP?
Yeah, so for SBP, we're looking for those transferable skills. We're looking for a willingness to learn. We're looking for people who can communicate well and work well on a team and who have a great work ethic. And for office people, we really want people who are going to be organized and have an attention to detail. And for construction folks, we want people who like hands-on work, who are going to really enjoy, being, physically involved instead of stuck in an office. So that's what we look for. To see our available opportunities, you can go to sbpusa.org, click our Get Involved tab, and select Americorps.
Awesome. And I think the last thing to wrap up, just a short question list, is do you have any recruitment events that students can attend?
Yes, we have 3 30-minute lunch and learn info sessions on Wednesday, March 23rd at 11, 12, and 1 p.m. Central Time. And you can sign up at bit.ly/SBP-info session. So that's bit.ly/SBP-info session.
Fantastic. And I know we have such a great, diverse looking group here. So I'd love to open the floor for you, Andrea, if you wanted to have some questions, to have them share a little bit about what they do day to day, or.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So Leanne is going to lead a little Q&A for our AmeriCorps members to have them talk a little bit more about their experiences. Take it away, Leanne.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So Chloe and Katie, we have a couple of questions for you. First, we can start with what's your role right now at SBP as an AmeriCorps member, and what's one thing you've learned or a skill you've developed?
Well, I'm a project lead over here at SBP Americorp. I'm working on the construction site with volunteers. And volunteer training and leadership and management is probably the biggest thing that I've developed and learned here on this site. Taking a group of people who are sacrificing their time and coming on site to do good work and showing them how to do these skills that they've never done before, and making sure that they're engaged and having a good time, and balancing all of those different facets of the volunteer experience has been really valuable experience for me.
Yes, so I am also a project lead with SBP in Houston, and I would say really it's in the name. Project lead, it's the leadership skills that you develop on site. You're working with 5 to 8 maybe volunteers at a time, and Chloe said it best, it's really about that balance. So not only are you teaching someone who might have never picked up a drill before how to do that, but you're also monitoring everyone working at different stages. You're growing patience, and you're just building those leadership skills that are really invaluable for any career after Americorps. So it's something you'll always need, you'll always be building and developing upon, and you kind of just kickstart it here in Americorps.
Thank you. And why did you decide to do a term of service?
Well, personally, I was fresh out of college. I was a little uncertain about exactly what track I wanted my career to take. I had a pretty open major, not something that really funnels directly into a specific career. So I thought nonprofit work sounds like a really great track to go on. And I liked the fact that this role is directly tied to a nonprofit. So I get to see the way operations in the organization work, and I get to be a part of the really valuable work that's going on here. So I'm really hoping that this is going to take me down a path that's going to let me continue working in nonprofits and continue doing good work.
And to follow, I joined Americorps. So directly after college, I did enter, I jumped right into my career in a sales position. It was something that I knew that I wanted to take a break in my career and kind of change. I didn't know what I wanted to do exactly. So I took a step back and thought, what am I passionate about? And it's helping others. And at 24, this is kind of a point in my life where I can just take this time, this 10 months, to go and do that. It's something that I might not be able to do when I'm 40 and have a family. So I took advantage of it, and I'm doing this 10 months, kind of figuring out throughout this period, what is my passion? What do I want to do for the next 40 years of my life? So that's why I joined Americorps. Do something I love, work with my hands, and hopefully kind of guide myself into what I want to do following.
Thank you. Americorps, for sure. It's a life-altering experience and it's amazing. And what would you say has been the most rewarding part of your term of service?
It's definitely the relationships that I've built, both with my teammates and with the volunteers and with staff members here at the organization. It's been a really significant growing experience for me, both on a personal and professional level. And I definitely see myself coming out of this as a much more mature person than I was when I first went in.
For me, it would be seeing you see the physical impact that you make in these people's lives. So especially with SBP, what we're doing is we're working with these families, helping them, shrink the time between disaster and recovery and get back into a home that's livable. So it's being able to walk into a home that is a disaster, work on it along peers who become such close friends. You come from diverse backgrounds and you come and meet here, you work together every day with that one goal that you all have in mind, which is to help and give back. And at the end of it, you see this house that is just completely transformed, and you get to see the impact and just the smiles on the faces of the people that you have, really changed their life forever.
Thank you, Katie and Chloe. Honestly, all of your answers have been amazing, and they're making me do another term of service. So I hope everyone's motivated as well to do one.
Yeah, and just a little background. Leanne just completed her second term of service with SBP. I did a term of AmeriCorps Vista service right out of college. And Mike Sullivan, I wanted to turn it over to you real quick as another, as an AmeriCorps alum of SBP. What was the most impactful thing that you learned or gained from your term of service? And yeah, just so everyone is aware, term of service, worked in basically my role, program manager, Leanne's role, and now is the director of Americorps at SBP.
Yeah, thanks for including me and inviting me to join the session. Katie, Chloe, thank y'all. Really love getting to hear from y'all and the passion that you have for the service work that you're doing. AmeriCorps for me Similarly to Katie, similarly to Chloe, was an opportunity for me to find myself, to find what I was passionate about. I knew that I loved helping people, but I didn't really know how to direct that or do that in a way ultimately that would earn me a livable wage. And so Americorps provided me that opportunity to kind of figure out what that looks like. And I absolutely fell in love with it. I think Americorps is a unique opportunity for you to press pause and to engage in an activity or a service that actually means something. And at the end of the day, you can walk home and feel good about having participated in it or sacrificed your time and energy or invested your time and energy into this moment, into this time, into this space. I think that my Americorps service has absolutely been influential in developing me professionally, from being able to send professional emails. I think during college I had some experience with emails, but more or less they were like, "Hey, I'm not going to make it to the 9 a.m. today," So it's absolutely been an opportunity to kind of level up and to get that experience without the pressure of, this is a formal full-time commitment. I'm making a decision that's going to influence the direction of my career for X number of years. Really, it's a launching pad, and it gives you the opportunity to really hone in on what do you like, what are you good at, what skills can you develop additionally, and how can this opportunity offer that to you. I think it's the fastest, slowest 10 months of your life. I mean, we're talking about 10 months. It's not a lifetime commitment, but what you can take away from that experience is invaluable. Absolutely. I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thanks, Mike.
What an amazing culture your SBP you guys have really brought into this video. And so, Mike, Leanne, Andrea, Katie, Chloe, thank you so much for sharing your voices. This is going out to a student population of very diverse students, coming from all different backgrounds, looking at many different walks of career life. So I'm so glad that you guys were able to share your story today. And of course, a little bit more about where things are going from here on out and what your opportunities look like for the future. So thank you for leaving an open door.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, guys. Well, we'll wrap this one here. And again, thank you for your time. Be safe out there and take care.